Hello, amazing people. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for those of you returning to watch my content, and those of you who are new here, please, you don't want to miss anything. So please kindly subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you would be notified anytime there is a new content. I started a series on relationship, and I have shared one about my teenage relationship experience, two about my young adulthood relationship experience, and I am sure there is something amazing you could pick out there to help you as you take the journey to start a relationship. Today, I am here to just share some tips with you, things you need to know before you step into a relationship. These are things that I wish I had known before I started, dating, and before I started my first relationship. I'm going to speak out of my personal experience, and I hope it will go a long way to educate you, inspire you, guide you, and support you as you take the journey into finding love. I know it's possible to find true love because I have found mine. I'm so happy and happily married, so I know that you too can find yours. But how do you get there? When I set out into looking for relationship and marriage, I had no knowledge about what it was. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just fell in love somehow and went ahead, and so I had to learn along the way. But you can actually just learn from my mistakes and my experiences, and I believe it would help you. So you don't have to start before you learn, but you learn before you start. So these are things that I have outlined after revisiting my past relationships, from the first one, second, and third heartbreaks. And these are points that I've written out, and I hope that it would guide you as you step out there to look for or to find love. Tip number one: don't look for someone who would complete your life. You have to be a complete person before you start a relationship. When I say be a complete person, I mean be adequate, be somebody who is, content with who you are. You have something to bring on the table. There is something amazing to who you are. You are whole. You are a whole being. You don't have to depend on somebody else for happiness. You find joy with yourself, you find joy in whatever you do, and you are just a happy person. So if you are not happy and you feel, I have to start a relationship to become happy, I'm sorry, you are just wrong. You can find that happiness because you have to have happiness inside of you, overflowing, before you can share that happiness with that person who is coming into your life. You have to be a complete person in all spheres of your life. You have to be a complete person. That person comes in just as a compliment, just as the icing on the cake. You feel beautiful already. He comes in to compliment your beauty. You are complete. You have that financial strength, that financial freedom. He comes in to just compliment that. So that is what I mean by be a complete person. Don't be a half person who feel unhappy, unsatisfied with your life and who you are and what you're doing, and it's like you're just looking for that happiness and that joy from someone else. That wouldn't work out. So be a complete person. He comes in, just compliments your life, and it becomes a beautiful thing. Tip number two: don't change who you are just to be with somebody, because you are unique. This is who you are. The person must be ready to accept you just as you are, or move on to the next person. Don't try to change yourself just to fit into his world. No, he has to be ready to accept you and take you in just as you are. Also, don't be the one wanting to change the person, because you can never change him or her. This is who she is, this is who he is, and the person cannot change. Some attitudes and some things are with us. This is it. It would never change. When you have this mindset that, oh, when I marry him or when we get married, he will change with time, he will not change. Change happens when a person has that internal motivation to change. So change happens from within a person, not when external forces are applied to the person. So don't think you coming into his life or he telling you, oh, don't worry, with time I will change, it would happen. He won't. That change, you would be looking for it, but it would never happen. So if you feel that this person, how he is, I think I am okay, I'm good, I don't care about other things, I just want him, I just like him, I just want to be with him or her just as the person is, then fine, fair enough, go ahead. But don't ever go into a relationship thinking, oh, I'll change him or he will change with time. Or don't change your own self just for somebody, because that change at that moment, it would work. But as soon as you get into the relationship, get into the marriage, the true person you are inside will start coming out. And at that point, if you're not careful, that relationship would go down the drain. So don't change who you are just for a person, or don't try to change somebody from who they are to something else because that's what you are looking for. No, it won't work. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to speak up in a relationship. If you do not speak up in a relationship, then it means there is no communication happening. Communication is the foundation, the fundamental. It is that thing on which a relationship can thrive. When there is no communication, then what are you two doing? Are you just watching each other? Or are you playing hide and seek? I don't know. Whatever you are doing in that relationship. But without communication, that relationship cannot last. So if you are in a relationship with someone that you hardly communicate, or you hardly have topics or things to talk about, please, you might be heading into the wrong relationship. Don't be afraid to voice out. If you are in a relationship and you can speak about your feelings, you can share your feelings with the other person, then why are you even in it? Because we go into relationship for communication. Companionship means conversations, talking with the person, sharing your feelings, sharing your thoughts, sharing your dreams and aspirations, sharing what matters to you with that person. But if that person has no interest in listening, to you, then there is no conversation, no communication happening. And if that person listens but does also not respect whatever you say, or the feeling and emotion you are voicing out, then what is going on? That relationship shouldn't be happening. Tip number 4, you need to know that every relationship is unique. No two relationships are the same, because every individual is unique and different, and how you react to a person and behave around a person A, is different from how you react and behave around person B. And when it comes to relationship, as soon as we become one, we start a relationship and building that relationship. There are unique values on which we build this particular relationship. So the relationship you might have built with Mr. A, the values are different. And for that matter, you cannot judge relationship B with relationship A. So remember and keep in mind that every human being is unique. Their values are unique, their backgrounds are unique, who they are, their dreams and aspirations are unique. And you cannot compare somebody in a first relationship to someone in a second relationship. That would not work. So if you step into a relationship, get into that relationship with a brand new attitude, a brand new, a free mind, an open mind, a mind that is ready to learn the new person's attitude and also live with that person, and an attitude of acceptance, okay, and tolerance, because that's the only thing that sustains a relationship. Acceptance and tolerance. Accept the things about the person that you cannot change. Accept them for who they are, and tolerate the parts of them that is sometimes annoying but there is nothing you can do to change it, so you just tolerate those things. So that is it. What you should also know before stepping into a relationship is the fact that not all relationships lead into marriage. Some relationships would only happen for friendship. Some would only last for a period, just for you to learn, just for you to have some experience, just for you to have companionship, just for you to... It depends on what you are looking for actually. But what's the guarantee that whoever you are dating, the young man or the young woman, is going to stay with you forever? Anything can happen. Relationships do break up. So don't step into a relationship with the mind that this relationship must work. Please. It is not every relationship that leads into marriage. It is not every relationship that would end into marriage. Sadly, what happens is that people are in a relationship and they start engaging into sex and unprotected sex, and it leads into pregnancy. Because of this pregnancy, they jump straight into getting married, which shouldn't be. Why am I saying this? Because Sometimes these two people are not compatible. They are just not into each other. They are just not ready. They are just not happy with each other. But because there has been an occurrence of pregnancy, and they begin to start to kind of hide it from the public, or want to just quickly run and get married so that the church they are in or the religious body they find themselves in wouldn't take them on, so they jump straight into getting married. Please do not let society and people's opinions push you into marrying somebody just because probably you are pregnant or you've impregnated them. You can take your full responsibility as a father or as a mother to that child, but don't think you are mandated to marry that person if you feel you are not compatible, if you feel there is no level at which you two can be together, if you feel it's not working. Don't push yourself into marrying that person, else you will push yourself into something that you can get out of it, you can stay in it. Can you imagine? It's terrible. That's why when you start a relationship, you have to set what you are looking for. Set your priorities right. Know why you are stepping into this relationship. Let the other person know what you are looking for. If it is not what you are looking for, that the person is looking for, there is no need staying together. Just walk away. Okay? Don't hurt each other. The more you stay together trying to make the person see what you are looking for, meanwhile he is not looking for that or she's not looking for that, you will just be hurting yourself at the end of it all. One thing I want us to do is to be extremely honest to each other in a relationship. When you step out there and you come across a young woman, you come across a young man who shows interest in you, you should be ready to know exactly what sort of feelings this person has for you. If you do not know the exact feelings this person has for you, then I guess you are mistaken. You are in the wrong relationship. What sort of feelings does he have for you? What is his intention for you? Why is he even with you? What is he looking for? What does he want from you? And what are you also looking for from that person? These are questions you have to ask yourselves. This tip I'm about to share is so important to me, and I know it's important to you too, because I learned this the hard way. Sex doesn't mean love. Don't misinterpret sex for love. A man can just have that arousal, that desire to have sex with a woman, but it doesn't mean he loves her, because he's created his nature. Okay, in his nature, he's attracted by what he sees on you. Your shape, your smile, your something about you can attract this man and get him to get erected. But it doesn't mean that this man actually loves you. Just his physical makeup alone tells that when he sees a beautiful woman, he is attracted by this beautiful woman. Okay, that is why a woman will be walking on the street, a man will be driving and be watching this lady until he falls into a gutter. You see, that is the reason, because he's attracted to her. That physical thing he's seeing, those boobies, those big hips, those features that you have could attract a man to you. But he having sex with you doesn't mean that he loves you. Okay? In my first video, I shared how I was in a relationship. 3 years we were together, we never had anything. We've just been communicating through letters and phone calls. It was a distant relationship, I should say. And when sex happened, I thought, oh, it was out of love that this sex happened. But I was wrong. This person was already having his sexual satisfaction from elsewhere. He was just waiting patiently for the time where I would give in and allow him to just have fun. And when he had his fun, within a couple of months he was gone. Where was he? You can't find him again, because he had gotten what he was looking for. So a man can stay with you as long as whatever number of years or days or weeks or months or whatever. But if he doesn't love you, he doesn't love you. Nothing can change that. Don't think when you have sex with him it would make him stay. It won't make him stay. You are just going to break your heart. So don't think giving in to him to have sex with you would change his feelings towards you. And finally, please Don't build your world around a man or a woman. Don't build your world around your partner or that guy or that girl you are dating. You build your world around her or him. When he breaks your heart, your whole world is shattered because you don't have a world. Your whole world is shattered. But what you have to do is to build your own world. Be that boss of yourself. Own your life. Own yourself. Have that empire you want to have. Build that empire. Be the queen of your own land, your own world. Own your world so that when he comes into your world, okay, he sees the value and the worth in your world. He comes in just to make your world a little better than it is already. Okay, to bring that joy, that happiness he has, which you already have as well. He brings his, and then you merge it together into one beautiful thing. But when you build your world around that person you are dating, the moment that relationship breaks down, that is the end of you. There are some young girls out there who are dating men because of the money and the wealth the person has, and they have created everything that they are is about the man. Before they wear a shoe, it's him. Before you do your hair, it's him. Before you buy books, it's him. Before you even eat, it's him. Before you do virtually everything, it's him. Now let's look at women who are not even in there for the money. Okay, you are already having your wealth, your money, your everything, but before you take a decision, you have to talk to him. You have to even talk to him before you decide which hairstyle you will do. You are just not having a say in your own life. You can make a decision. You are like a, I don't know, like a television, and he has the remote control. Please don't build your world around a man or a woman. Don't build your world around your partner or that guy or that girl you are dating. Wow, I can imagine I'm finally at the end of this video. I could go on and on and on and on, but I think for time's sake, I'll end it here for today for this episode of my series on relationship. And if you have not watched my first one, which is on my teenage relationship experience, please go there and watch. If you have not watched my video on my young adulthood experience of relationship, heartbreaks, pain, broken heart here and there, you can also go and check that link in the description, and I hope it would help you. I know my viewers are between the ages of 18 to 35, and I just don't want to limit it here because I know there are young people out there who are even younger than 18 and out there striving and looking for a relationship. Sometimes I ask why. We shouldn't be doing that at that age, but it's life, it's happening. So I feel if I share this information to guide them, it would be useful to all of us and we would be building them up. So thank you so much for your time. I'm grateful. If you are new here, do click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell so that you will be notified whenever a new video is up. Don't forget to click the like button and also comment, what do you wish you had known before stepping into a relationship? I would love that so much if you could share your experience as well in the comments below, and somebody who might pass through to watch could also pick something amazing from your experience as well. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.